Cox Automotive is the world's largest wholesaler of automobiles. We provide services for dealers all the way from inventory to marketing and sales. On the consumer side, people might recognize us for some of our brands like Auto Trader, Kelley Blue Book. We had three goals in moving to the cloud. We wanted to reduce some cost, like everybody does, but we also wanted to gain some flexibility, and we wanted to improve the reliability of how we were running things from the private cloud solution that we had before into the Oracle Cloud. And we felt like Oracle Cloud gave us the best way to run the workloads that we have for Cox's corporate financial systems in the cloud. We have had a pretty spectacular transition into the cloud. We had a goal to achieve, and we achieved all the savings we did, which for us was in the nature of $4 million a year in operating costs that we were able to save through cloud and the processes that got us to the cloud. So for us, moving to the cloud, like I said, was about how we moved to the cloud. The cloud in and of itself, we were able to save some money for things that we weren't using, right? A lot of oversubscribed hardware, software, storage that we were using before. That accounts for some of it. But the cloud also allowed us to operate in a new way. We built an agile platform engineering team to support our Oracle workloads in the cloud. And that team was able to improve how we support these things in the cloud through things like automation, infrastructure as code, and that kind of approach. We rely on a set of Ansible tools, and at some point we used an amount of Terraform to deploy all of that cloud resources in an automated way. So we could rebuild a non-production environment or even a production environment just by running through our automations. We were able to leverage that automation and the power of the cloud to move those workloads in an agile way. As an example, when we moved our Oracle E-Business into the cloud, we moved it into the cloud, moved it into new hardware, upgraded it, right? And made some functional changes. And we were able to run those upgrades and that whole process. We ran it 17 times as our process of getting into the cloud. That ability for us to re-provision, rerun an entire process from the beginning, let us really practice and get that process down, get all the testing in place. And we went in without issues, and we were able to do it in less than a weekend. We were able to use a number of features in the cloud to help us reduce that support workload. For us, it was a spectacular savings. We went from in the neighborhood of 1,500 tickets a month as a support team to under 50. Our plan in moving to the cloud was that we needed to establish our foundation in the cloud. We ran some databases, then we integrated and moved our ERP and our workloads. And now we're in a process of starting to really take advantage of the new things that are out there on OCI. For us currently, it's about moving to functions as a service. It's a very quick, big burst workload, and that comes and it goes. And in our current infrastructure, that is hardware, that is VMs that are all out there and running all the time. Functions let us do that, at a almost transaction by transaction, right? Minute by minute, we're getting smaller and bigger. So we're saving costs. We have a more flexible architecture, and we really have the team excited about building something new and interesting. Currently, we can take advantage of some really cool things that OCI offers during the day. We scale up the performance on our block storage during the day. We don't have to move storage to do that. We simply crank up the IOPS, let that run during the day, crank it back down overnight when we have relatively lower workloads. Same thing on our databases, on our Exas. Oracle's ability to kind of let us scale within the horizontal structure that we've already got for most of our infrastructure allows us to optimize a lot of that costs